Hello and welcome and much love to anyone that clicked on this video. For those that don't know me, my name is Lightning Heart, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. Realistically, on my left, but I got a point to my right, is the Under Knife and Birth Clear Patch Notes 1.03. And y'all probably wondering, why the fuck is this man making a video on quote unquote an outdated ass patch, which is not really outdated because we're still kind of in the patch. But why are you making a video on this, Lightning Hearts? What's good with you, bro? I'm making a video on the patch notes because there's a lot of things I don't understand about this version of the game, and I would imagine there's a lot of things that other players don't understand about this version of the game. I thought it would be fun to have a quick rundown of which characters got a buff and which character got a nerf. So in this video, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be explaining who was the biggest winners and who was the biggest losers. But if you liked the video, leave a like. If you fuck with the content, subscribe to the kid. And if you just want to comment down below on who you thought was the biggest winner this patch notes, leave a comment down below. With that being said, let's get into this patch notes, man. Alright, before we start this patch notes, I just want to leave y'all with a little disclaimer. I don't know everything about Under Knife and Birth, right? There's going to be a lot of information that might be misinformative, or I just generally don't know. But I'm going to try my best to give y'all a general overview of who got buffed and who got nerfed, who was the breadwinner of this patch and who was the loser of this patch, in my honest opinion. And there's a lot to read in this patch, so I'm going to try to speed run it to the best of my ability to make this video more entertaining for y'all. But that being said, let me finally get into this, right? I'm not going to go into the system changes because I don't really think anyone gives a fuck about that. People want to know, yo, did French Bread love my character? Did French Bread really like Hyde this patch notes? Like, people care about that. People care about their respected characters, so that's what I'm gonna dive into, right? Hyde. Let's get into Hyde, right? And I'm gonna speed run this. Vital Vessel to increase the maximum vital vessel. I'm gonna assume that's his health, or imagine that's his health. Dash, increase the. Alright, I'm just gonna say buffs or nerfs. Y'all can read it here. I don't think I have to read it for y'all. I'm gonna say buff or nerf. Assault, change the motion. Okay. Buff. Upper base of the buff. Expand the hurt box of the. Expand the upper part of the hurt box. That's a nerf. That's kind of like a quality of change. So quality. Slightly buff. Expand the hitbox. Buff. Dash B, increase the travel distance. Okay, buff. Increase the active frames on the move. Buff. Increase the active frames on the move. Buff. Expand the front. The chip damage on guard. That's a buff. Increase the chip damage on guard to be more when normal on Vorpal. That's a buff. 6B. Change the second hit to cancel on wolf when the first hit connects to hit or guard. Okay, that might be. I'm not too knowledgeable on that. That might be a buff. Adjust the overlapping hitbox. That might be a little toned down things. I don't really know if that's a buff. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. That's his what, 3C. That's a buff. Shrunk the front. Okay, buff. Alright, quality. Buff. Vorpal added projectile clash properties able to cancel into special moves or change to when successfully clash. Okay, cool. Fix the issue. Clash projectile to explode as experience performed with the projectile black over. Alright, cool. This seems more like a fix than a buff or a nerf, to be honest. Change the timing of the whiff cancel window to be earlier. Expand the back part of the hitbox. That's a buff. Change the appearing position of the hitbox to be closer to the opponent when opponent's in instant. Alright, cool. Expand the upper part of the base. Okay, add a new move. Right cavalry. And increase the window. Buff. Increase the active frames of the move. Buff. Increase the move forward and up slightly. That's a buff. Buff. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. Buff. Added foot attributes. I don't know what foot attributes means. Anybody that watches this video, if y'all know it, please write it down in the comment section below, because I don't know what that means. Change the landing recovery to be cancelable with EX moves or change it. Alright, cool. Added foot. Alright, expand. Okay, let me me actually speed reduce, nerf. Increase the chip damage, buff, adjust the position in the corner, adjust the second hit when I easily whiff. Okay, that seems like a quality change. Increase the chip damage on projectile on guard, buff, position, increase the chip damage of projectile on guard. Okay, adjust the moment function to make it hard to cross up the opponent during this move. Alright, cool. Adjust the second hit, migrate damage, nerf, buff. Alright, cool. So Hyde, right? And forgive me, I wasn't too analytical each move, but I'm about to right now. Hyde, in my honest opinion, got general, like, he got buff, right? Overall, they made a lot of his good moves just better, realistically speaking. Like, Dash C is one of Hyde's, like, sample moves. Like, it's a move you're gonna see a lot of Hyde players do because it kind of does everything, right? It's good for combos, it's good for neutral. You can kind of, like, space yourself with Dash C and 236A orbital, right? Like, good chip, like, it does chip damage. Like, this move kind of does everything in Hyde's kit. So the fact that they buffed that alone means the character overall goes up, right? But the one thing that really stood out to me while reading this was standing B, or 5B, because extended the upper part of the hitbox. I feel like you can get test assaults now, and overall, like, it kind of has almost the same properties of 6B, if I can make that comparison. Because now that 5B kind of got buffed, it gives you more of a reason to kind of see which normal works for you as a Hyde player. Because from what I've been fighting, a lot of Hydes really like using 6B because the move is insanely fast. I think it's like 7 frames or something like that. The move is fast. It's a good combo starter. You can, like, jump cancel into things. Like, Hyde, like, that move is really good. But overall, Hyde didn't get any crazy type of buffs, but he got new moves and stuff. So I guess this adjustment just made Hyde more of a better character. Like, he already has a strong shell, so they just made that shell have more armor on top of it, if that analogy makes sense. So Hyde, he got a buff. Is he the breadwinner of this patch? I doubt it, but nonetheless is well respected. Shout out to all my Hyde mains. Y'all kind of got blessed. Alright, Linne, let me speed run this. Change the start motion. Alright, cool. Jump. Change the jump to be more easily affected by dash momentum and expand the front part of the hitbox. Again, y'all can read this if y'all want. I'm going to kind of move quick. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Buff. Remove the foot attributes. I don't know what that means. Increase the window to cancel. That's kind of like a buff. This is a nerf. Increase the active frames on the move. Buff. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. That's a buff. Migrate the damage. That's a nerf. Increase the damage. Buff. Reduce. 5C got increased damage. Oh, that's OD. Reduce the start up of the move. Oh, 5. Her overhead got faster. So that's a buff. Okay. Added head attribute invincibility. Okay, buff. Okay, cool. Reduce the damage. Nerf. What is this? School of Fan. I don't even know. Decrease the damage, increase the recovery. Damn. Added full invincibility to the end of the move on hit. Change the counter state to last until the end of the move. Animation. Reduce the cancel window for dancing leaf. Reduce the cancel window for dancing leaf. Alright, so so these are kind of like, Linne kind of got a little bit of a tap on the shoulder. Like, these should seem more like nerfs than buffs to me. Expand the hitbox, buff. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. Okay, buff, increase damage, buff. Increase the untakeable time. Alright. Change the move to search for opponent's position and the travel distance. What is this? Slowing. That's probably her DP, right? Okay. Move animation. Fix the issue with the distance between the opponent. Increase when both players are too close to each other after landing. Alright. Oh, that's probably her leap, right? And mind you, I don't know characters, like, I know the characters' moves off the notation, not the actual name, so forgive me. I know Sky Fang is probably Kuga. Most likely it's Kuga. Because I remember in when I used to play BlazBlue Cross Tag, I think that's what Linne said when she threw out Kuga with Sky Fang. So I know this. Change the window for EX special moves. Change special cancel be earlier. Cool. Remove. Increase. Change the properties. Change the window for change it to be early. Alright, so Kuga kind of got buffed again. Add a new move. Adjust the vacuum opponent. Alright, cool. Alright. So Linne, for me, kind of speed running it, I think Linne kind of got like a little touch on the shoulder. Like she kind of got shit toned down, but kind of got certain aspect up. So she got a slight, just a little slight buff. Just a little bit. Is Linne crazy? All my Linne mains in the comment section, yo, let me know if this is a buff y'all can vibe with, man. Like, it's alright. Ain't nothing too OD. Waldstein. Okay. Now, I'm gonna say this for general information. Waldstein, a lot of players would say Waldstein is a bad character, right? Because Waldstein struggles with a lot of matchups. His momentum is like his dash, his dog shit. Like Waldstein struggles a lot. I don't think Waldstein really has a good reversal or like I don't think he has a mirrorless reversal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like he has to hold a lot of shit. Like Waldstein, if you play Waldstein, bro, you're signing yourself up to play Dark Souls on extra hard. And Dark Souls don't got no difficulty, but that's how it feels when you're probably playing Waldstein. Now, from that point alone, I would imagine all this shit is buffs, right? Because if your character is bad, then why not buff him? I can't imagine French Bread nerfing this character. But let's go through it. Increase, alright, so increase health, buff, dash, change the amount of time, dash moment wear off, buff, increase uncheckable time, reduce, okay, buff, but alright, damn, this man, this might actually be a nerf, hold on, I don't know. Increase the hit stop on opponent on guard and on hit and on guard, alright, cool, reduce the recovery, that's a buff. Shrunk the front part of the hurt box, buff, okay, so standing A kind of got a buff, a little bit of a tweaking. Standing B, increase the window for canceling to other normal moves. Alright, cool. So he can, I wouldn't say he can stagger, but it's good to have. 5C, increase. Change the move to be increasable, changing the properties of the move. Alright, cool. Expand the front part. Alright, buff. Expand the move. Alright, shrunk the upper part of the hurt box. Alright, so that's like a little bit of a quality change. Expand the hitbox, buff, negate the damage, reduce the startup of the move. Damn. Okay, expand the hitbox. Alright, so they made the move. They made a move kind of like slower. They made the move. Wait, actually reduce the startup of the move. Yeah, so they made the move faster. Alright, never mind. So this is a buff. Negate the damage, change the move to not air shield. Alright, cool. What is this? Change the EX would change the pitch. Alright, buff. I would imagine all this is buffs. Expand the front part of the hitbox, add a new move, increase the window to cancel, increase the uncheckable time, valid, increase damage, buff. I'm just reading it. This all look like buffs. Buffs. Reduce the damage, reduce the recovery, expand the front part. Alright, cool. Alright, so overall, Waldstein got buffs. Obviously, right? Because all the things players say about this character, I can imagine it's more of a buff than a nerf. So, Waldstein, we saw this coming. My man got the buff that he deserves, or the buffs that he deserves. I don't know if all this makes him more of a viable character. It probably does, because from my experience playing Clear, I see more Waldstein mains now. So, it probably means that the buffs were warranted. So, hopefully Waldstein players, when y'all first saw this, y'all were rejoicing. I don't know. But let's move on. Carmine. Alright, let's see. Dash. Slightly increase the minimum dash distance. Reduce the acceleration and dash. Damn. They nerf. Okay. Change the start of the movement to be faster. Reduce the recovery of the dash when stopped. Alright. Okay. Throw, expand the hitbox after the throw is successful. Alright, cool. Expanded the front part of the move, reduce the recovery. Okay, so this is kind of like a buff. Standing V. Fix an issue where you will go through the opponent. What the hell? When performing this move up close. Really? Fix an issue when you will go through the opponent. Okay, so this is just a fix. Okay. Increase the window to cancel. Alright, cool. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Alright, seems like a buff. Fix an issue where you go through the opponent when performing this move. Is that really a thing? I didn't even know that. Oh, I see Carmine very seldom, so that's probably the reason. JA. Expand the upper part of the tip of the hitbox slightly. You could probably fuzzy off of this, right? Or some shit. Probably. Expand the back part of the tip of the hitbox. So this, yeah, so that's probably a buff. JC increase the untechable time. So if you probably green shield it, right, it's probably longer or some shit. That's why I'm thinking about. So probably a buff. Dash B, shrunk the hitbox of the start of the attack. Buff. Added head in a buff. Shrunk the hurt box at the startup of the attack. Added a new move. Change the command to just, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, I know that move. 6B change move. Alright. Damn, Carmine got a lot of shit. Expand the hitbox, shrunk the hurt box, buff, reduce the recovery, shrunk the hurt box at the start. Okay, buff. Or just fix. Whenever I see like shrunk hurt boxes, it's more, I say it's a buff because now it's like you're not more prone to get hit by some shit. So that's why I would say it's a buff in my opinion. I shouldn't say it's a buff. I should say it's more of a fix. But in my opinion, I think it's a buff. Because at the end of the day, it just benefits the character, right? So increase the distance travel. Cool. BB. What was it? 5BB. Again, try to follow me, y'all. Change the move to set the solve even when the move clashes with the opponent projectile. Expand the hitbox. Okay, cool. That's pretty brawly. Damn, this man got a bunch of shit. I don't even want to go through all this realistically speaking. Oh man, God. Add a new move, increase the untechable time, reduce the startup in the move, increase the opponent's recovery on guard. What is this? 6B area. Alright, so that's probably, alright, I get it. Change the blowback, added, okay, increase the untech, reduce the recovery, increase the, okay, added, yo, this is bare shit to read, bro. Added head, what is this? Thrust, reduce the recovery, reduce the linear recovery, okay. From what I've read with Carmine, I feel like Carmine didn't even necessarily get a buff. I think they just fix a lot of his problems, realistically. Like, JA, you could probably like I seen Papa, if you watching this, shout out to you. I seen him like do like fuzzy setups with JA, so this is probably the reason you can do it now. Correct me if I'm wrong, is because of this buff in the past right here. So for that, that's pretty good. I mean, I think Carmine really just got a couple. It seemed like he got more of a fix than an actual buff or nerf. But I'm gonna say a fix / buff. Like a lot of things he got, he still struggles because of his mechanic with the blood. So if you, to realistically speaking, if you give Carmine the point where he doesn't take no damage when he does his special moves, that character is off rip S tier, in my opinion. He's off rip S tier. Like, yo, the fact that he can't get a perfect, once that one thing they change, he's about to perfect everybody if he gets that one thing. So Carmine, to me, is kind of like a secret S tier. But moving on, Orie. Now, Orie is my main character, so I might slow down a little bit and see what she really got. It don't really look too long of a list, but let's see. Change the smart steer not to perform the EX cancel move on guard. That is good. That is actually good because now you're probably not going to waste the meter. Alright, I didn't know that. Hit stun. Adjust the hurt box of the tonal state to be similar. Okay, throw. Fix the throw to connect to all the hits regardless of the proportion of the untechable time. Alright, cool. Expand the bottom part of the What's this 5B? Expand the bottom part of the hitbox. Oh yeah, you can hit crouching opponents. Yeah, that was that I didn't even know that was an actual buff. All right, cool. Shrunk the upper part of the hitbox slightly. All right, so they made it to where you can hit the low more consistently, but now you can't hit like okay. All right, yeah, it works. It works because 5B Orie's 5B would have been kind of OD as a poke. I think it would have been a little OD. All right, cool. Crouching 2A. Expand the upper part of the hurt box. Wow. Okay. Damn. Oh yeah, because if you assault someone and you like kind of do 2A, they use the whip. So yeah. Okay, that kind of sucks. That's a nerf. Reduce the recovery on crouching C. Cool. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Cool. Buff. I like seeing that. JA. Reduce the opponent's recovery when the move is guarded. Expand the upper part of the hitbox, which is JB. Cool. Expand the lower part of the hurt box to reduce the difference between the actual sprite and hurt boxes. Okay, so this seems more like a fix. Okay. Reduce the startup of the move. -C. Alright, cool. Increase the window to cancel to a normal move. Alright, expand the hitbox, shrunk the hurt box. Okay, buff. Nothing too crazy. Increase the stagger time for opponents on standing hit. Was this 3C? Alright, cool. Now 4C. Let's see. Reduce the recovery. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. Yeah. Yo, for people that don't know, Orie's 4C can kind of act out of pocket at sometimes. And like, if you hit that move before someone's jumping at you, that man's is flying up, bro. 4C is actually pretty goated. Kinda. Like, it's kind of slow. It's alright. Change the trajectory to be lowered when performed right after a back jump. Change to not be ground techable. Okay. Shrunk the hurt boxes. It seems more like a fix and a buff than anything. Aerial leap. Change the move to be affected by hit stops even when canceled to thick the fast in succession. Okay. Should I arrow? Increase the... That's probably... Bro. I love how when you read the patch notes, like, I can't even, like, no divine thrust or anything. This is scared shit. Alright, what is this? Change the landing recovery to cancelable EX special moves to change ship, increase damage. Okay, buff. Spare LB, reduce the startup of the move. Buff. Increase the attackable time of the move. And okay. Fix an issue where Thanos will be moving during time stop. Reduce the... Alright, so yeah. Alright, so buffs. Or fix an issue with Thanos not be moving. Alright. Change. Spare. Add full invincibility to the animation. Okay. Alright, so Orie didn't get anything crazy. To be honest with you, as someone that mains Orie, I don't think these buffs are really that substantial. If that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, Orie is a great character. She focused a lot on whiff punishments, but her buffs, the patch notes ain't really crazy. I feel like it's more of, yeah, we're gonna fix her and make her kind of do what she's supposed to do. It's more of a fix than anything. I wouldn't really call it a buff. It's more like they made certain moves more safe and certain moves like 5B, for example. The fact that they kind of made they kind of did this with 5B, right? Like, they made the hitbox go from here to here. And it just went downwards. Like, so when you 5B someone and they're crouching, you can hit them. But it's nothing too crazy. Overall, I think Orie got more of a fix than a buff or a nerf, to be honest. Gordeau. Okay, now Gordeau. I've been seeing a lot of Gordeau action. Now I gotta find out why. Gordeau is really, really good in the neutral. He's insane. Like, Gordeau is really good. He's really good. He really plays like a grappler. Like, ironically, he's more of a grappler than anything. Like, he has good normals. His FF, like, once you get Vorpal, insane range with his disgusting ass nails. But he's valid, bro. He's valid. Alright, let me read this. Dash. Shrunk the back part of the hurt box. Okay. Expand the hitbox after the throw is successful. Standing B. Okay. Expand the front part of the hitbox slightly so it goes further. That's a buff. Excuse me, I've been talking for a minute. Increase the window to cancel into a normal move. Alright, cool. Shrunk the hurt box at the startup of the attack. Alright, that's buffs. Increase the hurt box. Shrunk the hurt box at the start of the attacks. Okay, buff. Increase the window to cancel. Increase the active frames on the move. And reduce the recovery. Okay, so buffs. Okay, goddamn. Everyone's just getting a fucking buff, huh? Crouching B. Increase the window to cancel. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Increase the unattackable time the first hit. Shrunk the hurt box at the start of the attack. Increase the active frames of the move. Shrunk the hurt box. Magate the dare. Alright, cool. Dash B. 3C. What's Gordeau's 3C? That's his little dash shit, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. His little sliding shit. Decrease the damage proportion. Shrunk the upper part of the hurt box. Okay, so it's kind of got toned down. Rusty nail. I don't even know. That's probably his FF, right? Expand the front part of the hitbox. Change the blowback in the air to hit as a vacuum. Yeah, for people that don't know, it feels like Gordeau's FF sucks you in. I don't know if this is really. This might be his force function. It might be his force function. His shit, like in the air, like that shit pulls you in. Like it feels like you can't really avoid it instead of crouching. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Can change the blowback and move it. Yeah. Mortal slide. Remove the previous change. Okay, so remove the previous change or reduce the active frame. Shrunk the. Damn, this shit seems more like a nerf. Increase the distance travel. Okay, let me speed run this. Adjust the motion. Expand the hitbox on second hit. Grim Reaper. Shrunk the hurt box. Alright, cool. Kind of like a fix, nothing too crazy. Expand the hitbox on all his hits aside from the first. Alright. Add a projectile attributes and one bit buff. Okay. Blessings. Downwards claw added a move. Alright. Change the thing. Expand the back of the hitbox. Expand the back of the hitbox. Expand the back of the hitbox. I don't know why they did that. They just made them more. You know what I kind of dislike about this? The fact that Gordeau already has a move that could kind of hit behind him. Why the fuck did he need another one? That's something I kind of dislike about this character. Because when Gordeau has meter and the fact that he's so good in, like, he's kind of good in the neutral. Like, don't get me wrong. When you, like, rush down a Gordeau, it's kind of hard. But since Gordeau is, like, kind of good in the neutral, he is very, like, the fact that he got that, this alone is, like, obnoxious in my opinion. Because Grim Reaper already hits behind you. Why the fuck does he need another move that hits behind you? But let me see this. Maybe I didn't change the blowback of the move. Adjust the motion on hit. Expand the hitbox. Shrunk the hurt box. Yeah, like, I don't think they really nerfed that. Like, Grim Reaper already hits behind you. Why does he need another move that does that? But that's fine. I think Gordeau basically got, like, calm things. It wasn't too crazy. I would say he got more buffs than a nerf, in my honest opinion. And 3C, if you space it right, it's +4 on block, so that's really good. But overall, like, Gordeau, I think that's why you're seeing a lot of people play him more, because this buff really made him shine. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not crazy, but it's well warranted. Merkava. Okay, Merkava shit kind of small. Thank God. Alright, let's see this. I really don't care about this character, to be honest. Reduce the acceleration of the dash. Okay. Damn. Alright. Shrunk the upper part of the hitbox. Cool. Oh, they nerfed it. What? Shrunk the upper part of the... Okay, yeah, so they nerfed it. Reduce the startup on the second hit of the move. Okay. Shrunk the hitbox. Buff. Change the move to be more cancel with the 3C. Oh, that's a buff. Increase the recovery. Damn. Okay, so it seems like it's a little bit more unsafe. You probably don't cancel into something. Change the move to be air shieldable. Really? more air shieldable. Alright, cool. So I added a new move. Reduce the grid decreasing effect to hit into half. Alright. Increase the distance traveled. Okay. Reduce the opponent's recovery when the move is gone. Yeah, I feel like Merkava kind of got nerfed. Added a attribute involved. Okay. Change the move to hit the opponent in the air when the opponent is in hit stun. Okay, added full invincibility until the end of the motion on hit. That's probably his DP, right? Or his invo punch shit. Persistently clinch. Okay. Reduce the startup overall. Change the. Alright, so I don't think Merkava got anything too crazy. I think what Merkava got was like how the shit toned down. I would say Merkava. It seemed like Merkava got more nerfed than anything. I don't think reduce the startup and the overall recovery of the move. Yeah, I think Merkava kind of got a nerf. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think if I'm generalizing it, I think Merkava got a nerf more than anything. I don't think he got anything too crazy. Vatista, arguably the best character in the game. Let's see. Vatista decreased the. Wow, damn, they nerfed her health. I didn't even peep that. Okay, cool. I don't like this character. Dash, change the start of movement to be later. Damn. Character traits. Change the character trait so that Vatista is unable to escape from a throw when being grabbed doing a normal move or a special move. What? Change the character trait so that Vatista is unable to escape from a throw when being grabbed doing it. Wow. Okay. I gotta see that to really make sense of it, but that seems kind of OD. Grab, guard thrust. Adjust the visual effect. Okay, throw escape. Adjust the visual. Okay, so all right. Crouching A, increase the window to cancel. Adjust the animation. Added foot. Okay. Remove the previous change or expanded. Reduce the start with a move. Dash B. Where's dash C, man? Shrunk the upper part of the hitbox. Oh. Batista got nerfs. Change the command of the O1. Yeah, reduce the recovery. Wow, okay. Hold on. Mitigate the damage. Reduce the landing recovery. Change the bow back. Well, okay. Reduce the damage. Change the move to be air unblockable. Yo, like, reading through this, I like, and you know, reading through this, I really feel like they didn't do as much as I thought. Like a lot of these characters, like they're kind of getting touched, but not like rocked. If you understand what I'm saying. Like Vatista kind of got like kind of like a high five. Like yeah, you know, you can't eat the slide pop, and no later in the afternoon you can have a chocolate bar. Like it's kind of like that. Like you just got this, nothing too crazy. Alright, now Seth. Now, I'm going to say this. Me personally. Seth, I feel needs a nerf, bro. Seth, I feel needs a nerf, bro. If I'm being completely honest. Like, Seth is, to me... And don't get me wrong. Let me throw in a little backstory, a little clarification. Seth, to me, is so... Like, from his version in late to clear, I can't argue that Seth needed the buff from late to ST, that transaction. But from ST to clear, I think it's too idiotic now. Like, something got to give with this character. From what people told me, a lot of his damage got nerfed, but they basically gave him combo extensions. So... I could be wrong on that, but that's why we're in the patch notes to really clarify that information, to be like, oh, wow, okay. Let me get into it. Reduce the acceleration of the dash. Reduce the active frames. Okay, standing B. All right. Reduce the active frames. All right. Shrunk the front and upper part of the hitbox. Oh, they nerfed the fuck out of 5B. Change the retraction of the hitbox to the later portion of the move to be slower. 2B, reduce the active frames. Oh damn, okay, they nerfing the B normals. Alright. Expand the back part of the hurt box. expand the back part of the hurt box. Oh wow, okay. They were like, yo, all of Seth's B normals, we about to just dog shit on that. Alright. Increase the window to cancel, increase the recovery. God. Alright, maybe they did nerf this man. Then why the fuck does he feel so good? Reduce the active frames. Change the mood to have added recovery on the ascent when the follow-up is inputted when the opponent is outside the search range. Shrunk the bottom of the hitbox, adjust the new position, add new moves, proportion, attacks during assault, remove the previous change where it causes the setup options to not disappear. Wait, throw tech, okay. Yo, this is a bunch of shit I gotta read. Remove the previous change would cause the setup to not disappear. Okay, cool. My nigga. Remove the previous setup to not disappear when throw connects. Yo, this is a bear crap to read. Remove, okay. Change the projectiles to not be affected by the hit stop on Seth. Change the setup object to not disappear even after coming in contact with a follow-up move. Alright. Vanishing Confusion. That's a cool name. Vanishing Confusion. Add a projectile attribute available and be able to cancel the move into additional 1 or 2 when successfully dodging a projectile. Adding projectile attribute on, okay. Change the invulnerability time to be faster. Adjust the visual moves. Change the, okay. I don't know anything about Seth, so I'm just gonna, like, in terms of the names of his moves, adjust the positioning in the corner, adjust the positioning in the corner, increase the untickable time, adjusting the positioning in the corner, decrease the damage, increase the recovery. Yeah, he really did nerf his damage. Increase the recovery, adjust the positioning in the corner, adjust the position, increase the window to cancel, reduce the, expand the hurt box, added head, okay. Expand the hurt box of the set. You know what's funny about this? Alright, so let me say something regarding this, right? In terms of what I got from this information, they did nerf his damage, but I still feel Seth is strong because of all the tools they gave him. Like, to be honest, reading through this is like, okay, we're just adjusting corner, all they really did was like, okay, we're gonna give him a couple things, his new moves. We're gonna make his damage a little bit, not like Mika's, but like we're gonna nerf his damage, but we're still gonna give him something to where he can work with. Like, my whole thing with Seth is, and this is very matchup dependent, like, I don't like fighting Seth because I feel Seth gets away with a lot of things in certain matchups. And the fact that Seth has like unblockable setups, he's the mixiest character in the game with a command grab, with him being the fastest character in the game. I feel Seth needs he needs to get rid of something. His fast fall, back kick, or whatever you want to call it. I don't think he really needs that outside of just combos. Like, he shouldn't be able to do that in the neutral. I don't know. Like, it might seem like I'm hating on Seth, but to me, I understand the hardships and the learning curve that players have to go with this character. Like, you really gotta fully be committed to learn this character and wait until you fully master him till you're able to do all his BS, which I could come to respect from a Seth player. So even though I hate him, I know that behind the scenes, Seth players have to put in a lot of work. So to all my Seth mains, yo, shout out to y'all. Y'all characters still fucking cheap though. That's not changing my mind. But that's when you learn them. Alright, Yuzuhira, let's see this. I already know Yuzu got mostly nerfs and shit. Like, I'm probably gonna be tight reading this, but oh well, let's see. Vital Vessel, that's her health. Decrease her health. I don't know why. Well, whatever, that's fine. Shrunk the upper body hitbox. 5B. Okay, nerfed. Crouching B. Fix an issue when we mistakenly input easily while dashing. That was an actual issue. That from a Yuzu main, that is an actual issue. I'm glad they addressed that. Expanded the front part of the hitbox dash. See,
mean, a lot of user players don't really use dash C outside of combos. Like, I don't think Yuzus really do dash C in the neutral, so that move is like only really combo dependent.
4B. This is the change that got me tight.
Change the property of the counter to projectile clash when it comes out into contact with the opponent's projectile. Instead of auto follow-up attacks, it allows the move to be more cancel into special moves during a successful projectile clash. Change the move to not perform the counter follow-up and having a full body interval will successfully counter a projectile move.
Alright. Now before I read this, let me explain something, right? A lot of people will argue that this is a buff to Yuzu, not a nerf. But a lot of specific matchups, like let's say Yuzu and Vatista. If a Vatista did like the little ball thing, right? And she tried to follow up with the ball. Back in ST, and you can probably argue a little bit in late, the Vatista always had to space herself with that, because if the Yuzu player sees that, he gets a whole counter hit animation. In this version of the game, Vatista mains and anybody that has like a projectile where they can follow through with, they don't have to worry about that. Because now 4B doesn't give you the full counter hit animation, which in my opinion makes a lot of Yuzu's annoying matchups that much more fucking annoying. But you know, some people argue it's a buff. I think this is an actual nerf, because now Yuzus have to respect a lot more. And even though you're kind of getting different stars and shit like that, it's still kind of annoying. Like you get the full animations if your opponent is not spacing themselves properly. But you know, for me, I think it's a nerf. Others might think it's a buff. Whatever the case may be, I still think it's a questionable choice in French Bread's part.
I can't pronounce her specials, but okay. Change the blowback on the head, flowing an opponent on the ground. Alright, cool. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Add a new move. Adjust the animations. Decrease the damage. So nerf. Change the move. Okay. Increase the input buffering window after moving. Increase the positioning. Alright. Reduce the active frames. God damn. Fix an issue when the button holds for certain can't be done properly. That's an actual problem. I'm actually glad they addressed that. Change the counter stay up the last until the end. Okay. Fix an issue where overheat was possible. Fix an issue or reform the version of overheat was possible right after landing the move from low into the air. Increase the input buffer window and move. Okay. Adjust the positioning in the corner. Okay.
So you know what this patch tells me about Yuzu? They just made a lot of her difficult shit easier. Realistically speaking, they made a lot of her difficult shit easier. They made it easier. They made it to where, okay, Yuzu really has to maintain that mid-range game, right? So the only thing Yuzu really got, like, I will argue Yuzu got nerfed. Yuzu got nerfed this version. She really did. Like, they decreased her health. They nerfed her 4B. They just adjusted certain shit. Like, that's really it. And they basically nerf her and made her easier at the same time, which is really peculiar. But let's move on. Hilda. I already know about Hilda. They kind of buff Hilda. All this I read is just like, I'm not gonna even read this because I already know what Hilda is. Like, if you scroll down, this is just reduced recovery. So they just made a lot of things safer. Reduce recovery, reduce the canceling window, reduce recovery, expand the hitbox, reduce recovery. Like, they buff Hilda. They like, I don't even have to go through Hilda to tell you that they buffed this character. Like, they reduced a lot of her BS, her recovery. Added damage, like they kind of nerfed certain damage from what I'm seeing. Reduce recovery on hit, increase the, like, I feel like Hilda got a buff in this version rather than a nerf. I would say that, because I read Hilda's portion in depth. I would think it's a buff rather than a nerf. Like, they made a lot of her shit more safe with the reduce of the recovery. Chaos. Let's see Chaos. Damn, Chaos kind of fat, huh?
Yo, Chaos, you eating, bro? You kind of looking fed in these patch notes, bro. Decrease the maximum. Okay. Damn, they nerfed my son's health. I didn't even know that. Darken the body color of Ozzy when it was in the environment. Was okay. Reduce the recovery of the dash when stopped. Change the context of the smart steer. Change the opponent's state after the throwing be okay. Increase the recovery. God damn. Okay. Expanded the upper part of the hitbox. Change the time of getting into the air state. Yo, for anyone that doesn't know, like Chaos is probably the only character in the game that doesn't really have a good anti-air. Like, he really doesn't have a good anti-air. Like, and you can even argue Gordeau's 2C that visually should represent an anti-air is not really an anti-air. Like, Chaos and arguably Gordeau have kind of like the same thing. Kind of. Even though, what's his command grab? Gordeau's 214B, right? When he snipes you with his grab, you can kind of like work with that, but with Chaos is like, damn, bro, like you gotta really constantly space yourself out. And someone trying to jump, you're always at that 6C and that Ozzy 236B range to where, oh yeah, you can't jump at me because I got this whole area covered. But Chaos doesn't really have a good anti-air, which kind of sucks. Dash C, increase the distance travel, valid. BB, reduce the cancel window on guard, increase the recovery. Wow, that's more punishable then. If you don't have Ozzy's on a timeline, you do that, you have no moves to cancel it to. It's probably, yeah, okay. Increase the projectile mobility duration, adjust the attributes allowing those to connect during hit, okay. New move, repel, increase the recovery, okay. Well, they nerfed this. Increase the recovery. Wow, I'm just seeing increase the recoveries and shit. Reduce the recoveries. Come forth. Change properties. Alright, so I don't think Chaos got anything crazy. Expand the bottom part of the hitbox slightly. Okay. I don't think Chaos got anything crazy. I think Chaos just like Linne, he just got a tap on the shoulder. I don't think Chaos got anything really crazy. His new move though is OD. I think that's why they went so minimal with his patches or with his readjustments. Let me see. Nanase. Now for me, I want Nanase to have more play. I want Nanase to have more play at the end of the day. Because I see Nanase very little. I think I see Nanase, like, I see less of Nanase than I do Ednum. Ednum and Nanase, to me, I rarely see at all. I only think Scott Autumn is the only person that I seen that consistently plays Ednum and Elemental, but I don't think he plays the game anymore. Icekin was probably the best Nanase I ever fought. Like, there's not that many Nanase players that I played. You rarely see this character. So I hope she gets a lot of buffs or like good shit added to her because the character really needs more love. Even though her themes suck ass, like I still want the character to be played. Alright, jump. Change the jump to be more easily affected by dash momentum. Alright, cool. Increase the movement speed. That's cool. Okay, yeah, she does seem kind of faster in this version. Alright, cool. Change the start of the movement to be faster. Cool. Reduce the recovery. 5C, fix the issue with the counter state ended earlier than expected. I didn't know that. Charge C increase, expand the upper part of the hitbox, buff. Just off of that alone. Change the properties of the move when it's performed during an assault. Okay. Shrunk the hurt box, added throw attributes and availability starting from the landing to the right before the attack. Alright, cool. Dash C, when you get to the wow, they nerfed Dash C, yeah, because 50 Nanase kind of has a fucked up 50-50 game in the corner, so they were like, yeah, this shit kind of OD, yo, turn that down a little bit. I don't know why they would nerf that, but hey, I'm not complaining. Her shit was kind of messed up. Shrunk the bottom of the hurt box, increase the recovery on the guard. I get the game. Damn, seems like she got more nerfs than buffs. Fix an issue when there is a follow-up on after a trade on players do so. I did not know that. Change the strike portion before the follow-up hits. Okay. Expand the hitbox forward. Add it though. Okay. Expand the hitbox. Fix an issue with the upper part. Okay. Alright. Increase the active frames of the moves. Change. Alright. Reduce the lane recovery. Add new moves. I can't really say much on nanase, man. It seems like she got more. She overall got buffs, but again, I don't see the character that much. I really don't. So the fact that she's really like not played like that, I don't really have an opinion. From what I've seen, it seemed like she got like something, but not really like a good amount of things. Like she got kind of like a fix, to be honest. Excuse me. Okay, now this dirty ass fucking character. Let me see this bullshit. This dirty ass character. Man, let me roll up my sleeves for this nigga. Man, I be webbing you up and don't want you to play the game that you pay $60 for, huh? Alright. Expand the hitbox after the throw is successful. Cool. Alright. Added new followers by inputting, which he did not need. Fix an issue with the opponent will not be hit by the air. I planted somewhere over here. That is a setup from the low in the air. Cool. Fix an issue while the opponent will not be hit by outplaying. Wow, okay, so they buffing this motherfucker. Shrunk the... Increase the active frames on the move. Why? Shrunk the upper part of the hitbox slightly. Okay, I don't like that slightly. Adjust the visual effect of the moves. Reduce the recovery. Buff. Expand the hitbox at startup. Buff. Increase the active buff. Shrunk the hurt parts of the they really buff Byakuya. That's crazy. Reduce the recovery. Shrunk the hurt box and start off the move with buff. And 5C goes ridiculously far, so that's a buff. Increase recovery. You know what's really funny? Not to go into something like different. Like Underknife and Birth has a lot of recovery, but it's really not gonna mean much when you're able to cancel into other normals. Like you can like this. I can't even argue as a nerf. Crouching B is not really a nerf. Like this in itself is it's not a nerf. Increase the recovery. I don't even know what to say to that. It's still the same move. And if you cancel it to 5A, then what's the difference? It's like it's still safe. That increased with like Gordeau's 5C, for example. That shit has mad recovery if you whiff it. But you can add in like what? 5 more recovery frames, and still do like JA, and that shit not gonna mean nothing. For under 9 standard anyway. Crouching C. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Okay. JA, expand the front part of the hitbox. Expand the hitbox. Increase the windows. They buffing this motherfucker, bro. Reduce the startup of the move. Fix the damage to be the same regardless of the time and additional point. Decrease the nerfs. Okay, they're decreasing the damage, but that don't mean nothing because he can mix you up or he can set play you to death. Allow info, but okay. Yo, they buffed this motherfucker, bro. They really looked at Byakuya and said, yo, we gotta give him more shit. I don't know why they buffed Byakuya. In my honest opinion, I think they buffed this character. And this character was already good in ST, in my honest opinion. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. People were probably like this when I saw this day when they were like, wow, just incredible. Oh, well, Phonon, I already know they nerfed to the ground. Increase recovery, reduce recovery. Yeah, I'm not gonna even go into Phonon. I know for a fact all my Phonon mains is struggling to make ends meet right now. I know they nerf fire out this Jordan. I don't even have to say nothing. If anyone doesn't know, just know that she like they nerfed her. They nerfed her like they violated. I don't even gotta look at this.
Actually, not for the YouTube content. Let me just reduce the minimum duration of the dash block before it comes to a stop. Shrunk the hitbox after the throw is successful. Expand the upper part of the hitbox. Reduce the damage in the second hit. Increase the startup and the total recovery. Bro. Remove the previous change. Will increase the startup. Increase recovery. Reduce. How the fuck? How the fuck? Yo, y'all see this shit? Oh man, they was like, yeah, we're gonna increase the recovery, and then we're gonna reduce it. The man was like, oh shit, I had an accident. We're gonna make it bigger now. That's OD. Increase the recovery. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna even. Yeah, they just nerfed her. I know for a fact they nerfed Phonon. I don't even have to go deep into that. All right, now Mika, and then the next one is Wagner, and then Enkidu, and damn, there's a bunch of characters. All right, I got 4 more left. All right, Mika. Mika's look pretty straightforward, to be honest. Shrunk the hurt box. Okay. Jump. Change the jump to be more easily affected by dash momentum. All right, cool. Reduce the acceleration of dash. Wow, so she was probably faster in ST. Reduce or expand the back part of the hurt box. Damn. Shrunk the hurt box. Crouching A, shrunk the hurt box. Add 5. Okay. Excuse me, I've been talking for a mad long. How long has this been? I've been talking for damn near an hour. Decrease the damage portion, reduce the startup of the move, increase the active frames of the move, reduce the recovery, shrunk the hurt box, reduce the opponent's recovery when the move is guarded. 5C increase, change the property of the moves when to perform during an assault. Alright, yeah, I know about that. Change Mika's float on hit and grab. Okay. That should be increase the window to be canceled to a special move. Yeah, you can stagger it. Okay. Nerf the damage. Jesus, was this really necessary, French bread? This balance patch really is questionable. All these characters are just getting nerfed and like, what? Okay. Alright, well, yo, Mika, okay. Can be hard to change the move to be hard to recover from during Vorpal. Okay, yo, Mika seemed like she didn't even really get shit for real. She didn't even really get anything. All they did was just mitigate the damage on some. I mean, she still kind of hit like a truck with her command grab, but still, it's like, damn, bro. Mika didn't really get shit. They really just nerfing damage and shit. I can't complain. I play Mika, but hey, I mean, I play Mika for fun, not to win. Increase the... Wow, okay. So they buff Wagner's health. Alright, valid. Add the power icon. Fix the states of crouching. Adjust the visual effects of the move. Shrunk the upper body. Hitbox slightly. Shrunk the upper body part of the hitbox slightly. Okay. Nerfs. Reduce the recovery. I know Wagner got a nerf overall. Reduce the recovery. Expand the front part of the hitbox slightly. Shrunk the front part of the hurt box. Okay. Increase the window. Expand the hitbox. Reduce the cancel window. Yeah, I know Wagner got a nerf overall. Fix an issue with the power up. Continues to stay after KO. That's a real thing. Really? Fix an issue. Yeah, I think Wagner just got toned. To be real with you, like, I feel like Wagner just got toned down most of the time. Like, y'all can read this. Reduce the damage. I feel like she just got nerfed and toned down, but she's overall still a strong character. Enkidu. Okay, it's not that long. Increase the maximum. Alright, vessel. Alright. They increase his health. Change the jump to be more easily affected by dash momentum. Okay. Increase the startup of the move speed. Change the start of the move to be faster. Okay.
Thrown, add havoc, and increase the damage dealt. Alright, cool. Standing A, shrunk the first part. Expand the front and upper part of the hitbox. Expanded, shrunk the hurt box. Yeah, I heard that Enkidu's 5C is like unblockable in the air. I don't know if that's true. Adjusting overlap. If I correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Standing 5C increase, mitigate the damage portion, expand the front and upper part of the hitbox, shrunk the hitbox. Crouching C, expand the upper part of the hitbox, shrunk the okay. Hurt box. These seems more like buffs than anything. Expand the bottom part of the hitbox, expand the bottom part of the hitbox, and we get okay. Alright. Buffs. Dash C, increase the window size, cancelable with shield. Change the move to be cancelable when shielded by opponent. Okay, cool. Increase the start of the move, increase the number of hits, and okay, buffs. Increase the startup, but that's not a buff. Reduce the opponent's recovery when the move is guarded. Reduce the number of hits. Damn. Reduce the recovery. Change the move to be air unblockable. 4C is unblockable. Word. Air unblockable? I didn't even know that. 4C. Alright. Fix an issue where into stance reversal is not possible. Alright. Change the move to be air unblockable. Air unblockable. Yo, I feel like Enkidu should be Merkava's worst matchup, realistically speaking, because this man has so many air unblockable normals that Merkava shouldn't even. Actually, now I think about it, Enkidu is like a good counter to Seth. Enkidu is a really good counter to Seth, to be honest. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Enkidu got some things. He got a little bit of buff. He got a little bit of buffs. Ain't gonna hate on that. Alright. Whoa, wait. Is there more? There's 2 of them? Whoa, okay. Increase the window to cancel. Alright, this nigga got removed. Reduce the recovery. Increase the distance travel. What is this? Man, this nigga shit mad long. Reduce the recovery. Decrease the damage. Increase the movement. Reduce the landing recovery change. Alright, reduce the standard. Alright. And if I'm going too fast, for anybody, like, y'all could pause the video and see for yourselves. Because that shit is bare shit to read, bro. Alright, Londrekia. And then let me see after Londrekia, Ednum. Damn, we still got characters to go through. Alright. Londrekia. Let me see. Increase the distance traveled. Expand the bottom part of the tip of the hitbox. Well, this is a whole new character. I'm surprised they even put notes for this nigga realistically. Increase the damage. How you gonna create? Okay. Reduce the landing recovery. Reduce the recovery. Increase the damage. Okay, yeah, this man just got a buff. Okay. Expand the front. Increase the active frames on the hitbox. Alright, yeah, and Londrekia is alright. To be honest, to make this section of the video a little longer, like, Londrekia to me seems like a hidden gem that what am I trying to say? He's a hidden gem that hasn't fully been utilized yet. Like, in the beginning of Clear's release, everyone really thought Londrekia was like a low tier character. And from the, I guess, tournament plays on Fox of, which he used to play Vatista, shout out to that man, he showed us a little bit of what Londrekia can do and had decent placements in tournaments because of this character. I always felt that Londrekia was a good character. 5B alone, like 5B works just like Orie's 5B, and that's like one of the best pokes and normals in the game. Like, Londrekia to me, like, yeah, he has a bunch of block stuns, or like he can keep you blocking, but he's really good. I feel like the strongest thing with Londrekia is that he can really condition you. I think that's his strongest aspect. He can condition you way better than a Hyde player can. He can really just like make you think about shit like, damn, like, do I want, like, Londrekia is a really good character. I will argue he's like a mid-high tier. But that's my little 2 cents on Londrekia. He's really good from what I'm seeing here. I don't know why they would put a patch note or like something for this character, but hey, better to have it than not need it than need it, or not having than needed. If that quote made sense. Ednum, I see this guy. I know they nerf Ednum a lot, right? Reduce the recovery, fix the issue, throw, extend up. Oh, this seems like buffs that nerfs. Expand the hitbox, expand the upper part, reduce the recovery, decrease the damage, and expand the front, increase the window to cancel, reduce the recovery. How's it? Yeah, I don't think they really nerf Ednum. I think this is more like a buff. She can like jump cancel and shit, reduce the start up of the move. Yeah, this shit seems more like a buff. Shrunk the hurt box, expand the upper part of the hitbox, shrunk the add a new move, reduce the recovery, decrease the damage, reduce, okay, decrease, swift, reduce, expand the hitbox, adjust the visual effects, reduce the recovery. This seems more like a buff than anything. Change the movement to projectiles and add projectile attributes, hollow points, cool. Add chip damage on guard, that's really good. Reduce the recovery. Added chip damage. Okay, but that's only with the hollow points, right? Okay, that's not regularly. Regular. Increase the damage. Ednum didn't really get that much shit, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't say she's weak, but she didn't really get as much things as I thought she would. Increase the rare duration, decrease the. I mean, they did nerf a couple of her. I think Ednum is fine. My whole thing with Ednum is like Ednum. I always used to think Ednum was a really strong character, but like talking to Sky a little bit sometimes, like me and him like rarely talk, but like playing him a lot, right? And for people that don't know him, like he's a amazing Ednum player in the Discord, right? And fighting him a lot of time because I know him or I fought him from late. Like it's been a minute. Like he's like one of the OGs in the underknife scene in terms of playing this game for a long ass time. Like I used to think Ednum was an extremely strong character, but since people say that they nerfed her on certain things, which I can't really say because I'm not an Ednum player, but I don't know. In my opinion, like this might be a question for y'all if y'all at this portion of the video. Would y'all consider Ednum a strong character or no? Because me, I used to think Ednum was strong because her whole kit is she's very versatile. And I think that alone makes her a very strong character. But I could be wrong. Akatsuki. I think Akatsuki got a little two-tone. And that's the end of it. Alright, Akatsuki is the last one. Damn. Alright. Increase his health, valid. Fix an issue with the close primary distance measured differently for player 1 and player 2. Change the jump to be easily effective. Reduce the recovery of dash when stopped. Dash, okay. Change shift. Far standing sleep. And for people that don't know, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Akatsuki is the only person in the game with proximity normals. And for those that don't know what proximity normals is, if you're close, right? If you're close, your animation on your head is going to be different and the property is going to be different. If you're far and you do like 5B, it's going to be different. So 5B close and 5B far is completely different. I think Akatsuki, correct me if I'm wrong, is the only one with proximity normals. But let me continue reading. Far standing C, expand the upper hitbox of the hit. Okay. Find an issue when you go through opponents or avoid this move. That's kind of crazy. You get the damage, increase the absolute frame. Dash C. Expand the front part of the hitbox. Yeah, that shit does hit you kind of crazy now. Change the move to throw, cancelable. Fix an issue when you go through the move on an opponent to this move. Okay. What's this 6C? Because the J6C, that shit is OD. Aerial throw, mitigate the damage. Oh, they nerfed that. I didn't even know. Increase the active frames of the counter. Change the counter attack to not counter where it comes into contact with an attack that can only hit opponent and hit stun. Wow, okay. Increase the active frames of the counter. Alright, so they really Vorpal. Increase the activating. Change the counter attack to not counter when it comes in contact with any attack that only. Okay, cool. Fix an issue where the landing animation is displayed weirdly. Okay. Blitz shot. Standardize the time of being able to throw in another projectile and hits. Reduce the recovery. Change the move to be increasable. Changing the properties of the move. What the fuck? Okay. Increase the recovery. Change it back to kit. Reduce the height being okay. So from an overview, I think Akatsuki didn't really get that much. I mean, I think he just got toned down a little bit. Or not even toned down, just like a couple things were fixed. Like, it really depends because I'm not a Akatsuki player, so he might have got significant buffs. I don't know. It don't seem like he got too anything kind of crazy, but it's good to know. All right. Now, to answer your question, or the final question, who do I think is the breadwinner of this patch? To be honest with y'all, to be really honest with y'all, I think it's Byakuya. And I'm not saying that because I hate the character, but it's between Byakuya. Let me see if I can find this man. It's between Byakuya, Hilda, and maybe Chaos. Where's Byakuya? There we go. Because Byakuya didn't really change much. Like, they buffed Byakuya more than anything. I think Byakuya was probably the winner of this patch, to be honest. The loser of this patch, the winners I think are Byakuya, Hilda. Seth got nerfed, but I think Seth is still a strong character, so you can kind of argue. Who else is Vatista? Yeah, like Hilda, Seth, and Vatista are kind of like much didn't really change with this patch. So I think Byakuya is probably like the biggest breadwinner in this patch. The biggest losers. Who's the biggest loser? I don't want to say Yuzu because I already know her 4B got nerfed. I would say Mika. I think Mika probably got the short end of the stick in this patch. Let me see if I can find her. Can I find me some Mika? Well, let me not go through all that. I think Mika was probably the biggest loser in this patch because Mika didn't really get anything to really elevate her game plan. Mika is hard because she's extremely simplistic. Like, you kind of have to rely on gimmicks to open up your opponent. Then don't get me wrong, some of her gimmicks are really strong, especially like her command. Well, I don't want to say a command grab is really a gimmick, but her command grab is really rewarding because you get high damage from it. But when you compare Mika's command grab to Seth's command grab, or even arguably Gordeau and Waldstein, is very weak in comparison because for Mika to do that high damage, you need to waste 100 meters and Vorpal. For Seth can combo off his command grab with EX. All he's doing is wasting 100 meter. So, and you can kind of argue Waldstein gets decent damage. Carmine, when he command grabs you, gets his health back. Gordeau's command grab is somewhat of a reversal. It has invincibility frames. So I would say Mika's command grab is by far the weakest because you have to spend 100 meters. Vorpal, but you could argue that Vorpal gives you back your meter gain anyway, so it's not really that big of a detriment. But I feel like if players are really looking out for Mika's command grab, it's that much harder for you to open them up with it or to hit them with it. But this was my Under Night, I guess, general overview of what characters got significant buffs, what characters got significant nerfs. For my buffs, I'm gonna say this again. What was it? Vatista, Hilda, and Byakuya, I feel like are the winners of this patch. For the losers, I think Mika kinda is. Mika really didn't get, Mika should have got like a Vorpal trade or something like that. Orie, I don't want to say Orie is like, I would say Mika and Yuzu. I would say Yuzu a little bit because I
I don't think Yuzu's 4B should have been nerfed, realistically speaking. But hey, like she's still a strong character. Don't get me wrong. And even Mika, even though Mika is not like the best in this patch or didn't get that much crazy buffs in this patch, she's still a really viable character. Like all the characters in the game are. But if you stuck with me to the end of this video, I appreciate you. I've been chatting for about an hour and 13 minutes. This was very informative on my part too. And y'all, hope everyone here has a great day. And y'all be easy. And stay tuned to the next video. Y'all take care.